Hi guys, good afternoon. It is 13 DPO for me, just an update. I thought I'd do a test. Been really racing around today, sort of trying to do as much as I can before the weekend, as I've been a bit out of action. As you can imagine, things have been a bit rough for me with the healing process of the mole that I had removed. Again, my name's Ingrid. I'm trying for my 6th baby. And as you know, we've been TTCing now since September last year, but we did miscarry in February. We fell pregnant luckily in December, but sadly end of January, beginning of February, miscarried. So if you don't know the story and you're new to my channel, welcome, and do go back and you'll see some of the ups and downs of the journey so far. So obviously we tried in September, we tried in November, we missed October, we fell in December, and then I lost the baby. So February was sort of out for us, and then March we tried again. So this will be, I think we're up to cycle 9. So my new cycle will be 10 if I don't fall this cycle. But as I'm just about to tell you, I'm 13 DPO today. It's afternoon. I've had a hold of pee for 4 hours, so I thought I'd do a test for you. I did do one this morning and I didn't record it. I was in such a super hurry. I did it midstream, which I don't often do, but I just thought, you know what, I had a cheapy one near the bathroom, near the toilet, and I just did it really quickly at about 6:30. Looked at it 10 minutes later, it was negative, threw it in the bin, and I thought I'll try later on and video it for you guys. So it was negative. I'm 13 DPO, which is usually a golden time for me to get a positive result. I think that's what I'm sort of going on. I got a very faint squinter at 13 DPO in my pregnancy before, so I sort of think, you know, I'm due on Sunday, maybe something should show up by now. But as we all know, implantation is 3 DPO to 12 DPO, so it could mean late implantation and I might not show until the day of my missed period. So it could be that, you know, most people would wait till Monday to test, wouldn't they? They'd miss their period on a Sunday, think something was untoward, and then test. But we are pee on a stick addicts, and we love the excitement and the ups and downs of this testing, don't we? So what I've got today is, am I pregnant? 2 tests for £2 from Home Buys. I know you lot are saying get sensitive ones, but poor Amber, who follows my journey and is vlogging her journey, has had so many false positives from FRs, first responses, and I had the same, like things that I thought were squinters and they weren't. And when they're like one test for £8.99 or you get 2 for £15, it just puts your mind in a whirlwind, especially as they're meant to be really sensitive and 6 days sooner. It really puts you down if you do one and you're only a few days away from your period and it's negative. You suddenly think, I'm not pregnant. And then there's these really strong indent lines that a lot of you are getting, and I know what you mean. I've had them sometimes, so it's put me off first response completely. Few of you are against blue dye tests. I've never used them. I've never in my life used a clear blue one with a cross on it. I know a lot of my friends are using them and they get really good results from them, but I've never used one. I've always gone with the cheapies, and when I get like a faint positive, that's when I'll get a digital. So anyway, this is just a basic cassette one, very plain, 20 MU, whatever it is. I can never say it. It's probably means mil of urine, doesn't it? So 20 mLu. But this you dip for like 10 seconds and read the result within 3 to 5 minutes. But, you know, does it mean that they're not effective because they're cheap? I got a very faint reading, do you remember guys, on like 10 DPO with a pound shop cheapie. Okay, that's going across. Again, I know the quality of my vids are crap. It's an iPhone I'm using because it's affordable, it's easy, and I'm happy with it. But I will do a still shot at the end. We'll chat about it, and I'll also put it on Instagram. My Instagram channel is Ingrid Ingy Mum Love, and just join me there because you can private message me as well if you have any concerns or you want to, you know, just chat. I'm happy to chat with you. There's a lot of people out there going through difficult times. Maggie, sending you massive heart and love. She's going for a bit of a difficult one at the moment. Sadly, the scan hasn't come up very good for her with chromosomes, and I just am so sorry. I really am. My love and support are with you and your family, and do feel free to message me anytime. Gem's getting on great. Her positive's getting stronger and stronger. She's had a little bit of brownie CM, but it has settled out. And again, this might give you hope. She had bleeding with her last pregnancy and it was successful, and she had a lovely little girl shortly afterwards, and some of the blood was red, but she went on to have a healthy baby and pregnancy. But she also has had that CM before that started brownie and gone bloody, and then she has miscarried. So she's just relaxing and monitoring it with a panty liner, and that's all you can do at an early stage, because a lot of people don't want to see you in A&E and you're too early to have a midwife appointment. So you've really, when you test early before your period and do have that, you've really just got to sit it out, which is the worst thing. And that's why this channel is so great for you. Join TTC channels. Please comment. I can't answer, other people will, and you will make friends, and it won't be a lonely journey, because some of these things that are set to try us, and they can be really worrying. But like Jem, she's had a bit of CM that's brown. She's got 5 children already, so she sort of knows what's going on with her body. Plus she sadly miscarried 5. So she knows, a bit like I did when I had it. Again, look back on my videos, you'll see when I lost the baby and how I felt and emotions and what I was going through. And some of it is a bit graphic. I've sort of photographed my panty liner, but just to give you guys an idea of what could be going on. It's really nice to share that info if you're not sure, because it's too early for you to go sometimes to the doctor, too early to get a midwife appointment. So you have to sit it out. And if you've got no one to talk to, like best friends that have never had babies, or husbands that are not in tune, or partners that are not in tune, you know, or you just want someone to talk to, it is nice to be able to sort of just go on Instagram or go on YouTube and find that friend to chat with and ask those questions that you're not sure about. So Jem basically is going to try and take it easy, monitor the CM, which is the best thing you can do. Because like I did, I was worried sick, did a video to you guys, you sent all your love and baby dust and support to me, and it got me through until I could get that scan a few days later. So love to all of you that have had any of these chemical pregnancies or any of these scans that are not going your way. I'm so sorry, and I'm very happy for you getting your positives too. So please, again, feel free to message me anytime on Instagram. I will really promise to get back to you. Okay, I'm going to look at this in a minute. It has only been about 2 or 3 minutes, so I'm going to keep it going a bit longer. I think I should be deep down showing up on a test. When I had my tarot cards read, which some of you don't believe in, but I really do, she saw a pregnancy announcement November the 7th to the 9th, around that, and she said it was clear as day that it's definitely going to be a pregnancy in November. So I was really happy with that. I'm up here, darling. Come up here. She's calling me. She don't know where I am. But yeah, everything's going brilliantly. I couldn't even remember what I was saying. Oh, I'm going to have to get back to you. 1 second, she's just calling me. Sorry about that, guys. Bless her little heart. She was trying to get her little potty, and when I'm not around, she goes on the toilet, but when I'm not around, she goes and gets her little potty, and now is sufficient to sort of go on the toilet herself, bless her. She pulls down her little knickers and does it all by herself, but she couldn't unlock the bathroom door. So there's me going, hang on, darling. I got down and we've had an accident. So it has been 3 minutes since the video. What I was saying is, my tarot cards basically said there's definitely a baby, definitely all happening, but she sees an announcement. She said, it's funny, your cards are very clear this time. And she said, I've been very sceptical on dates and signs, but to me it's very clear November. And I have I've sort of thought November as a date in my head, but I don't know whether that's because she's told me that the last 2 readings there's going to be a pregnancy announcement around. She said I can see it happening in the next few cycles, and now she's sort of apparent on the November. And in a way, I suppose it would be better, because then at least my mole and all that anaesthetic that I've had, it wouldn't be on my mind. But I'd still love to be pregnant now. I really would. And that's what I was saying before the video cut in and before I got distracted. Everything's going brilliantly with the baby dancing, the vitamins, trying. I feel super confident it's going to happen. And I know you lot all might not believe in tarot cards, but I really do. And I love the guidance that it has. And I did a crystal pendulum reading about 3 months ago, and it did keep coming up. Yes, there'll be a baby. Yes, it'll be a healthy baby. And you will be pregnant you will be pregnant in 2019. It does keep coming up that. But when I sort of say what month, it sort of hovers. But with my friend, it kept coming up that I was going to be pregnant by May. But I haven't seen her for a while, Reflexology Jan. I last saw her about 2 months, well, probably about 6 weeks ago now, because it's so complicated, because I sort of have a bout of reflexology, which I feel great, and then I'm on the 2-week wait, and you can't have it in that time, because it promotes miscarriage if you have reflexology. Before you've had the okay from the midwife in the 16 weeks, she will not do reflexology. The midwife's got to sign a little form to say it's safe and that you've had a scan and you're past the danger zone. So I can have reflexology, you know, in the midst of trying, so my period and a few days after my period, but as soon as I hit that baby dancing, I don't have reflexology, and I literally might have it up to about 4 days after my period, maybe 5 days, but as soon as I hit day 7 of my cycle, I don't have reflexology until I'm on my AF again. So what with the mole being removed and the 2-week wait, I've sort of given reflexology a miss for 6 weeks, and it's sad because I do actually feel really well when I'm having that. But yeah, she does pendulum reading as well, Jan does, and she kept saying there's definitely a baby, you're definitely going to be pregnant by the end of the year, but then it did say May a couple of times, so I'm not sure, but I do hold hope that I'm getting pregnant. I do know it's going to happen, so I've got to stay focused. Anyway, it's been 7 minutes since this test has gone across and it's not looking good. It is a negative. It's definitely a negative. I can't see anything. I'm going to Instagram it and put a still shot in, because some of you are much better at seeing things than me, and some of you are seeing what you think might be a faint line. And on one of them, I can see like a faint line, the one that I put on Instagram, but I just have a feeling it would be a bit darker now. And I don't want to be one of the, I just don't want to read into, I just think at 13, I think if it doesn't show by tomorrow, a very, very faint dye colour, I'm not pregnant. You know, I'm thinking in my heart, could it be that Vashti saw it in November because that's when I'd be telling people? And then I thought, well, no, because I won't tell people till I've had a scan, because I don't want people knowing if I miscarry. Just that's my personal preference. I think it's great to talk about miscarriage, but I personally couldn't put my little kids through that. I know that my daughter, who's 11, knew that I miscarried because she was at home when it happened, and I was very emotional and I tried to keep it from her, but she's like, Mummy, is there a baby in your tummy? I said there was, darling. I had to explain it to her and she was very good with it, but none of the others know. And in a way it helped me get over it quickly. But I do think miscarriage shouldn't be a taboo subject. If you feel like you want to talk about it, you should. If it helps you, brilliant. But I just prefer telling people when I've got the scan to say, yes, I'm 3 months pregnant, oh my goodness, it's brilliant, it's da-da-da-da-da. I prefer that, but I think in a way, if you tell people as soon as you pee on a stick, it's great as well, because then you can sort of, you know, if you feel tired, if you need help, if you want to celebrate, if you're not drinking, it's not all secret. So I do see the sides of telling people early, but I don't want to sort of get all excited and nothing happen. But look, I'm sort of, it's funny, I'm looking at this thinking, do I see a shadow? But I think it would be darker. I just think it would be darker. I know with all my other pregnancies, I've tested, like I say, 30, I did test like 10 DPO, 11 DPO with my successful pregnancy. It was negative. 12 DPO I missed because I had no tests. 13 got a very faint squinter. And then 14, it was quite a dark, strong line with afternoon wee. But it could be I've implanted late. I could have implanted on day 8 DPO. And it takes 2 to 3 days for your HCG to get in your system, because normally you carry a baseline of 5, don't you, of HCG in your body, and it doubles or something very quickly when you're pregnant. So that's why these tests that are 15 and super sensitive and 6 days earlier are really good to have. But I don't know, I think that's negative, and I think the more I look at it, I'm getting line eyes. So I'm going to say that's negative, but I will put a test on. I've only got in my drawer a cheapie, and I could do one of these, couldn't I? I'm going to do one of these. They're exactly the same. They are the same. Sorry about that, guys. I've run out of storage, so it's a cheapie. Just had to delete a few things. I'm going to go really quick because it might run out of me. It's just a HCG strip. What I'm going to do is dip this, wait for it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's only a quick dip, that one. But let me just check it's going across. It is going across. What I'm going to do is dip this, take a photo, because I think it's going to be a stark negative like the other one, and I'd just like you to comment. And what I'm going to do is do morning urine tomorrow. I've got a few cheapies left in there, and I've got a digital, so if I get anything tomorrow, then I've got the digital. And I will go and buy a few different ones tomorrow when I haven't got my mum with me. I can drive tomorrow, which has been great. I've had to rely on my mum to take me around the shops, and it's been awkward because she doesn't know. Well, she knows I want another baby, but I've not made it plain to her that we're actively trying. She knows if I get pregnant, I'll be over the moon, but I don't want to go on about that because she's had the worry of me being a bit poorly, you know, with the mole and things. So I don't want to stress her out. So I've grabbed a few cheapies on the quiet, but I will go tomorrow and get some more tests. So I'm loaded up, but I'm due on my period Sunday. So if anything happens, I'll let you know. I'm getting hot flashes and CM, lots of CM. But that's the only symptoms at the moment. So I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. I'll link all these videos together. Sorry for the little gaps and stops and starts, but that's life. That's mum life, isn't it? So yeah, love you all, baby dust to you all. Remember to like the video, thumbs up, subscribe for free, and enjoy the journey that I'm on. And love to all. And please feel free to join me on Instagram, Ingrid Ingy Mama Love. Love you all. And I'll put a still shot in. That one's still going across because it's only been 2 minutes. It takes 3 minutes. And let me know what you think. See you later, guys. Bye.